Hey everyone, it's Rachel Aust and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my lower carb, higher fat recipes that have been helping me with my PCOS. These are all still experimental recipes at this stage, but if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'm starting off with the least attractive one, which is a low carb green chicken curry. I'm taking half a head of cauliflower, I'm washing it, cutting it up and then popping it into a pot. And then I'm also going to add in 1 whole onion and 3 chicken breast fillets. Then I'm adding 2 tablespoons of green curry paste, 2 cans of coconut milk, some turmeric and some cumin. By the way, just a gentle reminder guys that not everyone follows the same sort of diet, so be respectful of other people's choices. Next, I'm making some gluten-free lower carb muffins. Now, this will make about 7 for you, so don't be shocked at the next part. You're gonna need 9 eggs. I know, it's ridiculous. And adjusting to this low carb diet, because I've been on it for a little while now, it did take a bit of getting used to, that's for sure. I'm adding in a tablespoon of vanilla extract and then 3 tablespoons of coconut flour nectar. You could also use something like agave or rice malt syrup. In a separate bowl, I'm taking 1 cup of coconut flour, 1 pinch of baking soda. Then I'm going back to the wet ingredients bowl with 4 tablespoons of melted ghee, or you can just use regular butter, and 6 tablespoons of coconut milk. Then I'm adding the wet ingredients to the dry, and it should start to look like this. Then I'm pouring this into my muffin tray and I'm baking that for 45 minutes. If you are looking for more vegetarian, vegan, dairy-free kind of recipes, I have a whole bunch on my blog and in some other meal prep videos as well. Now, this is not quite a frittata because it's not an omelette, it's not a frittata, it's kind of eggs in a pan. So I'm taking 1 zucchini and then I'm adding some avocado oil to a pan. While I'm waiting for that to heat up, I'm actually going to make some kale chips. These are really, really easy to make and they're a good snack to have. So I'm lining a tray with some baking paper, filling that up with some kale, adding on some olive oil and some Himalayan salt, and then massaging those into the kale. These will only take about 15 minutes to bake, they're really easy, so I'm just going to pop them into the oven at the same time that those muffins are in there. Back to the frittata kind of situation, popping the zucchinis into the heated up pan now, and then I'm adding in 4 whole eggs and 5 egg whites. I'm also going to add in some kale, and this is that dairy-free cheese that we always use, even though the next recipe has feta in it. We don't normally eat too much dairy, but just a little bit in this salad here. So chicken, feta, and quinoa salad. We're starting off with 1.5 cups of washed quinoa with 3 cups of water. You want to double the water to quinoa ratio. I'm going to boil it with a lid on, and then I'm going to take the lid off and let it simmer. Now, I did this whole meal prep in 2 hours before I had to go out for a bunch of meetings, so I hope you guys can do it in that amount of time as well. By now the kale chips are ready, so I'm pulling them out of the oven and I'm just going to put them in some airtight containers. The frittata was done now too, and that made 3 servings. The muffins were also done, so I pulled them out of the oven. And the curry was done too. Back to the quinoa, I'm adding in 2 chicken breasts just diced up. And then I'm starting my next one, which is garlic prawn, asparagus and zoodles. So I took about 26 prawns, I just used that whole tray of them, and I added them to a pan with some olive oil and a whole head of garlic. And then I also added in these like smoked olive charcoal flakes as well, and then 8 spears of asparagus. I'm adding some pine nuts and some liquid aminos into the chicken salad dish. And then I'm going to boil a kettle to make the zoodles, so I took 3 zucchinis, sliced them up on a mandolin slicer. I couldn't find my spiralizer, so that's why I used this one. Add them to the boiling water. Then your chicken salad should be ready to serve up, so I'm taking some baby spinach leaves, and then I'm serving the quinoa and chicken into that. I'm also going to add a little bit of feta on top. You can use whatever alternative you like. Something with high fat like avocado would do really well as well. And then I'm adding some lemon to use as a dressing later on. I'm also making these kind of snack bags that I take to the gym with me. So that's a handful of almonds, a handful of pumpkin seeds, and some goji berries. The zoodle should be done by now. They take around 10 minutes or so sitting in the water. Strain them out. You might need to pat them dry a little bit and then you can serve them up. And that's it. I hope anyone else who has to follow a low carb diet like I have to do for my condition gets some inspiration from this. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!